I don't know what that was last night. And it's kind of funny. Miss Shelbourne didn't have, and this is nothing at her, that report didn't come out about them being a little skeptical about giving PG-13 the max after Sunday's spectacular performance Sunday. And then all of a sudden, after watching Ballmer under the basket last night, he looked sick. It comes out today. I think that's kind of weak.
I mean, look, if you're the Clippers, would you really want to re-sign Paul George at a monster number when you're sitting there with Kawhi, who's already up there? And you messed up.
Can we admit they maybe did that too soon? I know they're going into a new building. This guy can't even play, and you gave him an extension already.
Yeah, so tomorrow night could be the last stand for the old guys. If the Clippers go down.
That's it? Well, we got Milwaukee. Yeah. They can lose today. Game's at 3:30.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, 3:30.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, 3:30.
Let's go to V in Pacifica. V is going to be, I think, a little bit of an outlier, but I'm all ears. What's up, V?
Hey, what's up, Steiny Guru?
Hey.
Love the show.
What up, baby?
This might not be the most popular one, but I've been thinking about this since the deadline this season. But I would love to get DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah,
I like him a lot more after seeing him against the Warriors 2 games.
Exactly. And listen, he played for the Spurs system, the ball movement. He knows the system. We run the same system with Steve Kerr. And if we could pluck maybe Caruso or like Vucevic in a type of deal, we finally get a big man that can score. We get another scorer, DeRozan. And, that's 2-3 options with Steph, man. Solves our problem. Maybe Andre Drummond, too. So.
All right. Well, listen, DeMar DeRozan, I'm with you. He's a player who, last I checked, he led the league in minutes this year.
And, man, that shocked you.
And he's 35.
I think you focus too much on age.
I do.
Man.
I do.
Is it because we're older?
Well, no, I focus on age because I'm watching the playoffs. I'm watching the NBA playoffs. And I
just want to fight you.
You
right
apparently
now.
seem to be the only guy left watching basketball that doesn't respect these young guys. That's right.
I do.
That's why you. I forgot how I left the show yesterday.
What happened?
You said you. What did he say? Oh,
I'm perplexed.
He said, "I'm scared of Will about the Lakers." You threw in there. Oh, that was just a bad matchup. Bad matchup.
Oh, I stand by that.
Had they gotten Minnesota or Oklahoma City, they would have won. Shame on you.
No, I mean that.
Shame. I know you mean it. And that's why I'm saying shame on you. Shame on you. Lakers would. Come on, Goo. Those two teams are good.
No doubt, and so are the Lakers when they don't play their kryptonite.
They would not have won.
Okay, meet me halfway. The Lakers did not embarrass themselves in that gentleman's sweep with Denver.
I don't necessarily agree with that, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, wow.
You don't think they were splintering at the end?
Well, I could go to coaching.
Well, exactly. That's my point.
And my point is their pedigree.
Ham.
Okay.
And that was going to cost them.
But that's heavy. All right.
The bottom line is,
I'll give you that.
Oklahoma City and Minnesota right now
young.
Are together. They're playing great ball. They don't have agendas. They're trying to win a title. With the Lakers, they got a coach they don't believe in. They had D'Angelo Russell going his separate way.
And yet every game was close.
They got they're two guys who may be in and may be out.
But Steiny, I still think that what they had and what you just put out there, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
Are you listening?
It wouldn't have came to the forefront like it did against the great Nugget team that had a physical component that I believe OKC doesn't have, and AD would have been Jokic to the Thunder, and the Lakers with LeBron James would have been able to just take a deep breath and been like, oh, we're up against it, and I'm telling you, Steiny, they would have had action against anybody but Denver, and I'll stand by that.
I mean, the Lakers were the benefactors of great matchups for them last year. No John Morant in the first round against the Grizzlies, and then they just match up well size-wise against the Golden State Warriors. This year, they weren't. It wasn't a great matchup for them to play Denver round one, although I thought if you play the champs in the first round, that's the time you would want them. Hey, listen, they're 2 buzzer beaters away potentially of that being a series, but that's what the playoffs is. Everyone's just saying it. Maybe the Warriors are a Lonnie Walker fourth quarter away from advancing to the conference finals last year. It It is what it is, unfortunately. I know we all hate that phrase.
No, but the reality of the situation is, I mean, honestly, and it's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
They got your glasses.
That is utter. But you clearly disrespect what the Minnesota Timberwolves and Oklahoma City Thunder have done, and that I guess that's what bothers me most.
And that hurts me that you think.
Well, let's back up a little bit.
I think the youth component can be taken advantage of.
How was it taken advantage of in their first round series?
They were better than the two teams they played, and Zion
Phoenix didn't have experience.
No, Phoenix was just a train wreck.
Okay.
They didn't have a point guard, Steiny.
You know what? So all year long, I got to listen to you say, Steiny, if the Warriors get in, Oklahoma City or Minnesota, they don't want the Warriors. They don't want the Warriors. If Oklahoma City, if the Warriors get hot, they can get on a roll. Those teams are young. They don't have any playoff pedigree. They're going to feel the limelight. The light might be too big. Okay, Warriors don't make the playoffs.
And it hurt.
They get in as 2 or 3. One team sweeps, and one team wins in 5 games, and you're still not giving them any respect. You still just said no, but you said an 8th place team would have beaten them. And in a way, I feel like, well, clearly, honestly, that shapes your thinking about wanting to get an older guy in here. And not thinking that what you're seeing with this young new crop
I appreciate you saying
is not all it's cracked up to be.
And I'm not robbing those two teams, shout out Batman, of any glory, Steiny. They've earned it. But, man, I'm an astute watcher of this game. F what you say, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the masses. I can give OKC their credit and watch the game and say, you know what? There was no Zion. You guys handled your business. You're a great story. You're going to be around for a while. And I can look at Phoenix. That was just a train wreck.
That's fair.
And I can do nothing. Minnesota may have the next Michael Jordan and Anthony Edwards. They're complete. They got high. Steiny,
don't.
Now, what bothers you about that? Because Anthony Edwards, his roof, Steiny, it could be heaven.
Because I don't do that. I don't do something like after one series.
We're talking about a season.
We're talking about the greatest player of all time.
I understand that.
Okay, you think? Okay, so
I'm not saying he's there now. I'm saying physically and mentally, this dude. That's not a crazy assessment.
Okay, he can be Michael Jordan. He can win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. He's going to have 6 titles in his future. How many MVPs did Jordan win? I don't want to put
that all in
Well, you just
Jordan.
did.
No.
Don't say Jordan then.
It's endless on what this guy can
be. That's fine. Don't say Jordan.
Well, we heard Baby Jordan all the time with the dude.
Well, that was as a joke because he dunked.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? I'm giving those two. I hate that you feel like I'm not giving them love.
You're not giving them love. You still think an older core is the way to go. And that's fine. I'm just taking in these playoffs and wondering how anybody could think that an older team playing 82 games and needing to win 4 playoff series, an older team can win it all. Because if they're an older team, they're gonna have to win it from 5 or 6 because of the way the game's load managed. But that's
back to the Bay, Steiny. That's what the reality is for the Warriors.
Exactly. So, I mean, here we go again. So you're pissing me off now.
You're pissed. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself.
You continue to talk up these two teams, the Lakers and the Warriors.
Now, they're gone now.
As some standard. But the two teams that won 58 games and just were super impressive in the first round, Minnesota and Oklahoma City, you're not giving them respect. You're not.
Okay. And that's getting to me.
And it's funny because all year long, you laughed at them because they didn't have pedigree and they were so young and they were going to get their hats handed to them.
Hey, hold on.
And
now.
they went in
and they
kicked
stories,
ass.
Donnie.
Right, they still are great stories.
And let me tell you who else are great stories and why you side out those two teams. I still believe in Steph Curry. I still believe in LeBron James, and I believe in Anthony Davis. And I'm not here for excuses, but the bottom line is if you look at both of those teams, the Lakers and Warriors, you can look around to find out what the problem is. That's how I feel about those three gentlemen that I just mentioned. So if you can get creative and crafty and get better support around those three fellas, Steiny, I'm still in on those guys because Anthony Davis, I can't say Steph because he wasn't in it, and LeBron James did nothing for me to sit back and say they can't do it anymore on the big stage. They balled their asses off.
Who did?
LeBron James and Anthony Davis. They had no help. And the teams that you're citing and this is what I hate what you do because you do it so well. You're putting something at my doorstep that I didn't order. A package I don't need
You ordered
delivered.
it all year with Minnesota and Oklahoma City.
That you say I'm not giving credit for, what they have together is they fit. They got help all around. LeBron, Steph, and AD don't have enough help.
The idea that the Golden State that you're going to sit here right now and still maintain that the Golden State Warriors would have beaten Oklahoma City or Minnesota when they went 0-4 in the regular season against Minnesota. They went 1-3 against Oklahoma City.
I'll give you that.
I mean, if you're still not convinced that they're a tier above you, then don't make any changes. I dare you.
No,
I
I'm
dare
waving
you
the
this
white
year to make
flag
sense.
on that assessment. Steiny, I love you to death. I'm giving you that.
What do they have to do? They got to beat Denver?
No, you got to get Steph help.
They got to get. I'm talking about Minnesota. Where they have to beat Denver for you to respect them. If they lose to Denver, you still won't respect them.
No, they're on the come, Steiny. They could get swept. Minnesota, you think I'm blind?
They won't get swept.
No, and I know that they might win it. They're good enough to win it all.
Right. And how will you feel after having denigrated them all season long?
That's what I'm not doing.